Oh, wait.
All right. Hey.
I was like, we're fixing tech. Oh, just kidding. We're here.
Hi, I'm Mochajones10. I am running Octopath Traveler. A haunted single story with the Cave mod. I'm going to let my couch introduce themselves, and then I think we have a bid war for language choice.
Yes.
So I'm going to let my couch introduce themselves, and then we will get that language choice in.
I guess I'll start since everyone's awkwardly looking at me. Hi, I'm PT. I'm gonna try to think before I speak today, unlike yesterday. And we're gonna play video games without saying weird things. But luckily, I'm not gonna be doing color commentary for this nearly as much. I'm gonna be trying to walk through a lot of the tech with everybody, along with Mocha, who's the runner. And I enjoy JRPGs a great deal. I'm gonna pass it over to champrul.
Yeah, so PT is going to be our tech commentary because I have never played this game before. But I have played a special game that we're going to talk about later.
We have a special game going on?
Well, you know, have you heard the word of Wordle?
Wait, hang on. I might have heard this game before.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, that's...
Cypherin, please go.
It's Cypherin's favorite game.
It is Cypherin's favorite game.
It is not my favorite game.
Wait, are you serious?
I've never seen it, never played it.
Never.
And I continue to run that path in my life. I have no intention to play. I already have other addictions, you know, to worry about, starting with Balatro, so we'll keep it there.
Which, Cypherin, you do have 20 minutes of experience in this game.
How?
Yesterday. On the Switch.
No, no, you talking about this game.
You
have played this game, Cypherin, okay?
Yeah, I played this briefly, but otherwise I live vicariously through Mocha.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm the serious one on this couch.
Hey, you have to change sometime, PT, okay?
Change is good.
Yeah,
we gotta mix it up.
Yeah. All right, so we have a bid war for our voice language between English and Japanese. So if I can figure out what that language choice is.
Absolutely. It looks like English is still in the lead.
Oh. Wow.
So we're going to be going with English.
We're going with English. So we get to hear Haunted say a really long voice line whenever combat happens. So that's going to eat up a lot of time. Because, you know, everyone wants to get in front of her, and then they're just going to be hunted. I'm going to, before I start the run, explain exactly one glitch I'm going to do. If you keep an eye on your screen, I'm going to click the taskbar at the top. Actually, no, nothing's happening right now, right? But if I let go of it, it goes super fast. This is what's called a buffer glitch. What happens is movement still happens even though it doesn't appear to be happening. And that will allow me to skip a prompt, and that will allow me to get an item instead of having to do a fight later on. So we are going to get started here. Are y'all ready?
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
We are ready.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ready?
All right.
They're ready.
Time will start whenever I hit yes. Hey, Cypherin, since you're the expert in this game and Wordle, how about you give us a start from 3? That's a good starting word for Wordle, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that is a 5-letter word.
That is a 5-letter word.
Fine, okay. So in 3, 2, 1, go!
You want to know? Unfortunately, I have bad news. I have another good starter. I think it's 50.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
50 works. We're really close to 450.
We are.
How are we feeling about 450?
Oh, my God.
We getting there?
Yeah, not even 700 away. Yeah.
So yeah, let's hit that 450 by the end of this run. I mean, I would like to see 500,000 before the end of this run.
That's ambitious.
Yeah.
That's ambitious.
I live on ambitions, okay?
That's the way to live.
Oh, she does have a lot of sense.
So right now we're doing heinous battle or social ability, which is provoke. Provoke allows you to fight an enemy. We will be abusing this later on in the run. But right now, this is the intro section where we have to provoke these townspeople to train them up. And there's that very long voice line I was talking about that wasted about 5 seconds right there. So combat doesn't actually start until after that voice line is done.
Now, are we sure her name is Hainit? Because I always told her name was Honey.
Honey, yeah.
Honey,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that works.
Honey is a 5-letter word. I heard
Hey,
that.
honey is a 5-letter word.
I continue to be this serious person.
You know what? Since we are talking about Wordle and 5-letter words, how about we start like a $5 donation train with your starting word for Wordle?
You know?
I love $5 donation trains.
Same. Yeah.
I'm like looking on the side and I see Foo's face just kind of get real serious. I was like, oh no.
No, I'm in for it.
Yeah, we want to hear your starter words for sure.
Yeah, that Wordle has become a favorite thing to do in the Black and the Flat server, which we are all in, and one step from getting that.
So I actually am going to interject there for a second because we're going to talk about the step counters that are happening here.
Yeah, go for it.
So, like many JRPGs, it has our most hated enemy of all time. It's not like a Marlboro. It's not going to be a super boss. It is, in fact, random encounters. And because we have random encounters, it's going to be based on a step counter that obviously you do not get to see or engage or partake in any way, shape, or form. It's just after you take so many steps, you will automatically be put into a random encounter. So that was Mocha just trying to get out of battles that we don't want to deal with, which, by the way, is going to be about 90% of the battles that we have in this run. If it's not a boss or it's not going to be specific enemies that we want to fight for certain items, loot, or experience, then you can just pretty much guarantee that we're going to say LOL a mile and just leave.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a way to live life, yeah.
I mean, it's just like a Pokemon run, right? So you only fight the battles that you need to. In fact, we're about to have a Pokemon encounter right here. PT, do you want to go ahead and explain, like,
That's not a Pokemon.
That's not a Pokemon.
Did you
That's not a
mean
Pokemon.
right now
are you
or
sure
later?
about that? I mean, I'm summoning a fox to fight this thing.
I don't have my Pokédex, but like I just
Okay, so what you're gonna see in this battle is gonna be the break system. We've seen it happen a couple of times in combat when Mocha is getting a break and then running out of the battle. This way you can guarantee a clean, as I hate to say it, a breakaway. But when you're doing things with boss combat, you see a couple of icons that are at the bottom there that says vulnerable. Once you reveal what all those vulnerabilities are, they're gonna go into what's called a break state. A break state means that, as you can see here, they're gonna get dazed with the 2 stars above their head, and then they automatically lose their turn. You also can do more damage to them when they are in the break state. So throughout this entire run, especially on bosses, we're gonna try and focus on getting those break combinations as quickly as we can to get rid of turns, especially if they have multiple turns on the bar, which you can see at the very top. And then you're gonna just try and dump as much damage into them as we can while they are in the break state. There are going to be some cases that are going to be close calls because we need to make sure we have certain things on deck to break them, because you can only break them. Nice fight, by the way.
Yeah, and that's his first fight.
Yeah, that is the first fight. You can only break them with their specified vulnerabilities. So you can't just muscle your way through like you can in many other JRPGs that are just like, please fight everything and suffer.
Yeah, so we are finishing chapter 1 for Honey right now.
okay. Yeah.
I'll say right now is probably a good time for like maybe a donation.
Absolutely. So I have a lovely $100 coming in from Kimberly Jones, Moms, who says, "I'm proud of you, Christopher Jones." So cute.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, shout outs to Mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom. I agree.
All right, so right now I am looking for a specific encounter, which is a snow fox. That would give me enough job points to learn the next, to learn an ability called Arrow Storm with Haunted. That allows you to, just like Rain of Arrows, is multiple hits with one attack. Rain of Arrows is Arrow Storm is the same thing except for multiple enemies. Actually, right now I'm having trouble running. If I had Arrow Storm, I could have just used Arrow Storm and run away because they would have been broken at the same time.
And if you can, you'd like to run away like from all battles. Is that correct?
Yes, except for this one. I need to take this one out.
Okay.
See, Cypherin, we're learning. We're learning.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're learning. We're learning. This is definitely way further than I got in my 20 minutes.
So we're doing a little bit of menuing here. As mentioned, we're going to get Aerostorm. This is going to help us with the enemies in the game, which are called Kates. And I don't think we've actually had the opportunity to explain what the Kate mod is. So I'm going to go ahead and take that opportunity, unless you want to, Mocha,
go ahead.
to talk about it some.
Go ahead.
So the Kate mod is going to enable us to fight these enemies called Kates more frequently. And if you've ever played a JRPG, especially a Squaresoft or Square Enix RPG, they have a very bad tendency to want to put enemies in there that are extremely high in invasion with extremely low HP, and if you can manage to land the kill on them, they give you an abundance of money, an abundance of experience, and especially something else important in this game, an abundance of job points. So once we actually start getting into a spot where we want to start farming Kates, the Kate mod is going to help us because it's going to boost that 3% spawn rate up to a 100% spawn rate.
Which it is.
And this is our friend,
nice.
the Kate.
Oh.
So, as you can see here, we have Aerostorm, which hits multiple times. That's a guaranteed hit, so we don't have to worry about so much around all of that evasion. And we're going to be seeing a lot of that guy as we go through the run.
Yes. So we are going to use, we're about to use Provoke to reset our step counter here. There are multiple ways that we can actually reset the step counter. One of them is to provoke an enemy, like I'm doing right here. We're totally gonna fight this guy right here. And not run, oh wait, we're running away. Running away.
Okay.
Imagine yelling at someone and then leaving. That's weird.
So one way is to provoke an enemy. Another way is to actually enter and exit an area of a different name. As you can see, I'm going into the Shrine of the Sage. This area allows me to learn the Scholar job class. We can learn different classes in this run. We will be picking up 2 extra classes, Scholar and Merchant, as well as 2 other characters. We are learning Scholar right here because we're going to learn 2 skills. We're going to learn, we're going to learn Firestorm and Lightning Blast. Learning those two skills under that allows us to learn the support skill for evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuver allows us to run further without having an encounter happen. So that is exactly what we're doing. We can now run throughout this whole screen without having an encounter happen. And we're going to be using this the entire run. We're just going to be running now. Instead of doing that little walk, run, stagger, we're just going to run out the whole area. Also, I love that they named this area North Atlas Dam Cats in the mod. Because this is the only spot where the Kate is assured to drop assure 100% spawn rate.
Which is really nice too, because you usually don't see verse stuff like that until later in the game.
Yeah. All right, so we are heading towards Chapter 2, our Chapter 2 area. We are going to make a pit stop first. We're going to go into Rippletop. We're going to tag that location. Tagging a location allows us to work back to that location at a later point in time. The quick travel system in this game is amazing. I love it because we don't have to actually go that far into the area. We just have to touch it. And we're gonna hope to run from this. And not, nope, okay. So we can get another donation in.
Awesome. Honestly, there's so many I don't know what to start with. we've got our Wordle trains and all of this stuff, but I need to start with a $1,100 anonymous donation, which
Nice.
is incredible.
Awesome.
And we also have a $50 donation from Doyd, who says, "Hey Mochajones, fun to see Octopath back on the GDQ stage. Good luck with the run, and thank you for representing the Octopath community and running for a great cause. May the Kates bless you. May your speed stat be real. And don't forget to get," I say Honnet, but we can say Honey's best weapon, the Golden Axe.
Thanks, Doy. Also part of the Octopath community. So yeah, you also notice that sometimes in encounters you can surprise a foe. That also assures that you can run away from that foe like as soon as that prompt pops up, because hey, you're going first anyway. We're going to get a couple of items, and then we're going to actually go to Chapter 2. We're going to start Chapter 2 here in a sec.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we start chapter 2, Fu, do you have any good starters for Champrul? He's really bad at Wordle, so he needs a lot of help.
By the way, I haven't done Wordle today. I've sacrificed my Wordle.
He needs help.
Yeah. I have some really good ones actually that are giving me ideas for Wordle.
Okay,
yes.
I'm listening.
Let's
$250 from Benjamin, a lot of Ben's in there, who says, my starter word on Wordle is audio. Give me them vowels.
Ooh,
that's
Yeah.
a good
That's such a
one.
good
Ooh,
one.
that's a
That's
power
a really
starter.
good-
You want another one?
Yeah,
Cypher,
let's
we're
get
gonna
one more.
teach you. We're gonna
Let's get
teach
one
you.
more.
$5 from Penguin Parker _ who says, jumping on the $5 train to say, my starting word is actually train.
Oh, that's,
Oh, that's smart.
that's a good one.
It's so smart. These are really good.
See, Trent's gonna help you out. We
You'll
got
learn.
you.
Also, Cypherin, we're gonna do the Wordle together.
All right.
We're gonna do it together.
All right, so we're starting chapter 2 here.
Okay.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yes.
So
We're ready. We're ready.
We're starting chapter 2, okay? So chapter 2, the cutscene is starting here, and we're going to leave.
Leave what?
What do you leave?
We're leaving chapter 2.
You're done?
So you just went to chapter 3?
Yeah. We just left. We're not going to worry about chapter 2 right now. Okay?
What? Don't we have to do all the chapters?
We do have to do all the chapters, but...
It's only 4, it's fine.
Yeah, there's
but-
only 4 chapters. We got time, right?
But that means that's 25%.
Right.
Yeah, we're
It's fine.
25% of the way done, and we're good. We're fine, okay?
Okay.
Are you in a hurry?
Nah, I'm gonna speed walk this, so we're fine.
Okay. I just thought we would do them in order.
We're not doing them out of order.
I mean,
No,
I'm a little confused.
Yeah, we.
No, I'm just gonna go there, visit real quick, and then continue on my vacation right now. Okay. We're
And she
fine.
gotta get her steps in.
Yeah.
Okay. We can walk in chapter 2.
Can we?
Are you sure?
I think so.
You've never played this, so how do you know?
The 20 minutes of watching Cypherin play it, I think there was.
I didn't get to hear.
So
I'm confused.
you just making up stuff, just yapping. Okay, I'll just make sure.
So I could start Wordle.
Yeah, go
You
ahead,
could.
sir.
Okay.
You could.
So Cypherin, we have to teach you Wordle.
No, you don't.
We do.
No,
we
no.
really do.
While they're figuring that out, can we have some more donations? I'm also gonna look over and see how much they're struggling on Wordle because that's my thing.
I'm gonna talk it out.
Let's
well,
get-
How much champrul is struggling with?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
get one
I'm gonna-
donation, then I'll talk about what's happening.
No problem. I'm going to give you some more Wordle words in just a moment, but I do want to shout out another $1,000 donation, first of all. Holy moly. Yes. This is from Blue Cheetah, who says, I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, but my friend said Terra was better. And now that puts Terra in the lead by almost $1,000.
Oh, nice.
Incredible.
Wow, Terra enjoyers, rise up.
Terra.
You know, Terra's a 5-letter word.
Terra is a 5-letter
That's
word.
true.
Yep.
So what were you saying, Mocha?
All right, so we are actually getting our second character of the run. This is Tressa. Tressa is the default merchant of the game, and here's that voice line that I have nightmares about because it wastes so much time. But Tressa, we're starting Tressa's story just to get her as a character. You can do the chapter 1s for all the characters and then not even worry about the rest of their story because we're just worrying about Haunted right now.
So, Cypherin, what this means is those 2 letters are in the word, but they're not in the right spot. If they were green, then it's the right spot.
Yeah, if it's a honey letter, it's not in the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we need to figure out another word. We can. So my strategy is I ignore those letters for now and go to like a different word altogether.
Oh, yeah.
To get more letters.
Just like I'm about to ignore this boss, like,
Or chapter 2.
hey, you know,
No. Why you bring up old stuff? We'll get to it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we're about to go back to chapter 2. Okay.
Okay.
Let me throw a rock at this boss and we'll get to chapter 2. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm throwing a rock.
Just
Throw a rock.
I'm throwing a rock.
Oh.
Wow. You mean a boulder? Or you threw a mountain?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw rockets at people now. We had our Pokemon battles. Now we're in the Safari Zone, just throwing stones at people.
Sometimes you throw stones at people.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw rocks at people for a bit.
So just became the Hulk and just tossing mountains
Yeah.
at folks.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay, it makes sense.
So you see, I got another letter, but that letter is still in the wrong spot.
Why are you showing me this?
So that you can understand, so you can play today. Well, not this one. 'Cause you have to play at midnight. We're gonna play at midnight.
Yeah.
Because you already know this word.
Okay, we're going back to chapter 2. We're going back to chapter 2. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
I'll put down Wordle for this.
Okay, we're in chapter 2.
Right.
We're gonna buy some items. And we're gonna leave.
Okay. What?
You
just said we were coming back to chapter 2.
He did.
I did.
For 2 seconds.
That's fine.
Hey, don't worry about it, okay? We're fine.
All right, I'll get back to Wordle.
Yeah, get back to Wordle. I'm gonna go get the merchant shrine now to unlock the merchant job. And we're caught by surprise, so we might have some bad. We might have to start back, depending on if. Okay. That's not good.
Hey, RNG, I need you to cut it out. We're live on the SGDQ stage raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I need you to relax.
Yeah.
I need you to relax. Right now, what you're doing is not relaxing.
We're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna start the game all the way back over from chapter 2.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I didn't even get to put another.
Okay. So,
This is fine.
Champ. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
We're good.
But
Okay.
I want to see chapter 2.
Are you sure about that?
I think so. There might be words in there.
There won't be.
Fu, are there more words that I can get maybe?
I was about to say, do you need some more
yes,
words?
I'm struggling.
Okay, let's see. I have a bunch here. How about $5 from Zymuth, who says, Wordle starting word? Mocha, in honor of our runner. Would you like another one?
Yes.
Or you're like, please. All of them. $5 from Stoppable Force saying, my starting Wordle word for the last 3 years has been adieu.
Ooh,
Shout
that's a
outs
good
to
one.
Wordle. Do you know how to spell that?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen someone with that one. Okay.
That's like 4 vowels, right?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's not going to help me right now. With what I've already typed in, I think it might counteract what I've done.
All right. Hey, don't tell me what the word is.
No.
I will do it like right after this run, okay?
No, yeah. So, let's see. We're going to do...
So for those of you who are at home who actually want to watch the run and not watch Champrul fumble all over Wordle, we're actually doing several things outside of Chapter 2 just to set up the rest of the run outright. Because we got a couple of classes we're going to pick up. We're also going to pick up a few other characters. And we really are just kind of walking through to make sure we have all the things we need. And then we're going to go finally start Chapter 2.
Ooh.
Don't worry. The next time I go there, I promise I'll be around chapter 2.
Okay.
Ooh, you're getting cooked.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, you're in the trenches.
It's not great. It's not great.
Speaking of round is also a good word.
Oh, it is. There's voice on the screen. You wasn't looking because
voice.
you was trying to struggle in Wordle.
Oh, place is also on screen.
In the category, story is a 5-letter word.
Oh. Yeah.
See, I got you. That's why my Wordle done already.
All right, so we're going back to our starting location to go towards Boulderfall. We're going to get our third and final character of this run, Therian the Thief. Therian he's a thief. Okay, he's going to steal things from people. Also, thief, you got that one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Trail would be a good one.
Yeah. I don't think I like today's Wordle.
I told you last night you was gonna get cooked. I'm gonna do it on stage. All right, get cooked live in front of 40, 50,000 people. Live your best life. Okay. Level's a 5-letter word, by the way.
Level is that's not a good one though.
So is donos? I don't know if that would count.
Donos is, but I don't know if they'll count it. I'm there with you.
You know what? Speaking of don't, let's get one before I start Therian's story.
Oh, I've got one for you. $50 from Virtua Punk and Silverish Me. And they say, holy cow, words cannot express how proud we are to see you here on the big stage. Mocha is the type of person to give you the shirt off his back in a snowstorm. Break a leg on the run and a moment of silence if possible in memory of Mochajones 1 through 9. Without their sacrifice, we would not be here today.
I'm sorry, I broke the silence. I had to laugh.
Donation goes towards upgrading Resident Evil because Horror Block is best block.
Horror Block
by the way,
is-
Mocha, as is tradition, I just gifted you a sub.
Oh, thanks.
Aw.
Thanks, Virtual.
So sweet.
That's my dude from back home. Very big supporter of everything I do, and I'm a big supporter of his. So glad that he was able to donate and contribute to this. Also, my runner's choice is also the same thing. So, like,
Try this on for size.
Oh, we're throwing more rocks at people.
yeah, I told you this is the rock throwing portion of the word.
Is that her job? Is she a designated rock thrower?
Whoever can throw rocks will throw rocks. Okay.
Oh, sensational.
Yeah. We're not really throwing hands. I don't think there's not really a punching class in this game, so we can't throw hands. So we're just throwing rocks as a side job.
Oh,
You know
dear.
you're losing because you keep asking me.
Well,
Like,
no, I just want you to see. So now you see there's a green letter. So that stays there. That is officially that letter.
okay.
So
Okay, so we are on Therian's boss with his Heathcote. So I'm going to break Heathcote, and then, as you guessed, I'm going to throw rocks at him. So I'm going to throw 2 medium stones, and the fight's over.
This on for size.
And that's Therian picked up for us.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
PT, I would like an apology.
You won't get one.
Oh,
An apology for
well,
what?
hold on. How do I? It's done.
You not in first.
Oh,
That's not the Black and Flash Discord. You're still getting cooked. Did you think that you were going to be cooked free from
But
here?
it's done. I
It
got
is
the
done.
word.
Did you use the crossword solver?
No.
I think so.
No, you, what?
Tracks. Tracks.
yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
As PT has mentioned, we do this a lot in the Black and the Flash Discord. Black and the Flash is an amazing community of Black speedrunners, challenge runners, randomizer players. If you are a Black speedrunner and are interested in joining Black and the Flash, was it gdq.gg/BAF?
It is in fact that. It is in fact that. I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up with my other stuff too. I'm trying to make sure I'm following my notes because Mocha's been doing some of the explaining as well. And we got Heathcote down, so now we're heading to Still Snow, I believe.
Yes. We are going on some shopping trips. We're going to buy a whole bunch of stuff, and then we're going to go back to chapter 2.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, are you ready for
I'm
this?
ready.
Are you sure we're going back to chapter 2?
We
Yes,
better.
we are going back to chapter 2, trust me, okay?
I'm watching you.
You watch it, okay?
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me.
No.
Sorry, when have I done something to break your trust?
The last
when
three times we went to chapter 2.
When you all tried to get me to play Wordle, when I told y'all I didn't want to play Wordle.
No, you saw how to play it now. We're going to play it at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's a ceremonial time where we play Wordle.
Yes.
So from midnight to midnight, y'all are playing Wordle.
No, just
to
like 12:05 probably.
Don't y'all go to sleep?
Yeah, you just 12 to 12:05 and then
after
you sleep.
Wordle, we go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I gotta go to bed
It's
early.
5 minutes.
You were up till like 2.
Right. 2. Oh yeah, it was 2.
That's too-
PT did Wordle before anything.
I don't know that that's correct.
I think so.
I don't think that's correct.
You know what?
While we're
Okay.
shopping, do you want a little donation love?
Yeah, I'm starting chapter 2 again, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, just a heads up
What was-
that we are almost at $10,000 raised toward the upgrade to Madhouse difficulty for RE7. So just keep your donations coming in for that, whether you're using the incentives on gdq.gg/donate or the Twitch charity button, and then like using the extension to add your incentive that way. Also, we have $25 from Lax Slime, who says, "May thou be goodest and thou red eye be merciful."
Thank you. I'm going to need that for that red eye, because red eye is the final boss of the run, and also just RNG in general. So
Yes.
if you ever had an RNG boss, it's red eye.
Yes. It's a rough one.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I think I saw chapter 2.
Yes, I went to chapter 2.
Okay. Where are we now?
Oh, we're in martial law.
That's in chapter
That's
2?
in chapter 2.
No, it's not in chapter 2.
Okay. All right.
We're going to go steal some items and buy some items.
Okay.
With our thief friend.
So Therian can open purple chest. That's his social ability, is opening purple chest, which he saw me do. And now we're going to go to the one and only instance of that buffer glitch that I showed y'all at the beginning of the run. So as you can see, I'm just running through here, and there's going to be a prompt that will show up asking me if I want to do a fight. Normally, it would kick me outside of that prompt, but if I buffer right here, I am behind the prompt. Oh. And I just get the item.
Nice.
So yeah, that's buffer glitch, how we use it in the run. And yeah, we are going to get a few more items, and then for real, we are going to start chapter 2. Okay, do you believe me this time?
I don't know, because aren't there there's 4 chapters?
Yes.
You say that like this took us like 20 minutes or something. It's
like
fine.
26, maybe 27 minutes. Yeah,
It's fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
You worried about nothing.
Are we gonna do the same with 3 and 4? Or just
If you played this, you know that. So while Mocha's doing some last minute shopping and getting ready for chapter 2, can we sneak in maybe 2 donations?
Yeah, we sure can. I love this couch commentary, by the way. You all are so fun. Okay, we have LRock617 coming in with $10, who says, congrats on your first GDQ accepted run, Mocha. Knock them out.
I get maybe 2 more.
Absolutely. We have $100 from Benny Burgers. Benny says, my husband and I watch SGDQ every year, and I love this game. Octopath Traveler.
Oh.
We've also got, do we want more Wordle ones right now?
Yeah,
we can use them for midnight. Yeah.
Okay, great. $5 from Eli saying, $5, 5-letter word train. My starting word is opera, since it's got 3 vowels.
Oh, that's
Very good
That's
one.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are okay. Are you satisfied? We are in chapter 2 now.
Okay. We're staying, we're gonna...
I'm just waiting to leave again.
Right. Show us the door again, just...
There we go.
Okay, we're actually doing chapter 2 for real.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Look at it.
We are advancing chapter 2, believe it or not. And guess what we're going to do to this enemy? Just take a wild guess.
Yell at him.
Yell at
really
him
hard.
And then leave.
We're going to super yell at him.
Oh.
Okay? We're going to yell at him with rocks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, soul stones come in 3 different varieties. There's small, medium, and large. Soul stones also deal different elemental damage. So I'm throwing 3 different sizes of fire stones, and then I'm also going to throw a shadow stone at him and end the fight. So that is sub-boss number 1 here. We're going to have another sub-boss here where we are also going to throw rocks at him.
You're going to throw rocks at him with your voice.
Yes, we're going to throw rocks with my voice.
Sensational.
Yes. I'm going to quickly heal because this fight can be a little dangerous. Not here.
Did you just go from yelling at them to shopping with them? I just want to make sure I read that right.
That was the same person?
No. That wasn't the same person.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they were still they saw it.
They saw it.
So, okay.
I'm trying real hard not to laugh at your nonsense. Oh my God.
I mean, they were scared afterwards, you know?
I'm going to tell you what, just don't fight me. Don't yell
fight,
at me. No rocks. Take my watch.
Take.
Also, after that bodyguard fight, he actually says there's a monster, right after the fight. Also, I'm going to throw rocks at a tree now.
A tree.
A tree.
I mean, that tree needs some rocks. Probably set the mountain. Maybe
Not to break the fourth wall and go outside of different games. I feel like this is what happens when the tree in Kirby is tired of it. That's what he looks like. He looks like the tree in Kirby, and he's over it. He's done. He's tired of having stars thrown at him. He doesn't want to have any more hats thrown his way. He's exhausted, but now he's dead.
Yes.
I say this is that alternate timeline.
Not Wispy Woods, it's Angry Woods.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, Angry Woods derogatory. Like, he was not having it. Not having it at all.
All right. Do you want to explain the menu I'm doing in here?
Sure. So in a little bit of this right now, we are going through and updating some support skills. We are going to be grabbing up on Hannett, endless items and heightened senses, and then we're going to have on Tressa some hired help, along with Therion for armor corrosive. So armor corrosive is pretty self-explanatory. This is going to be a move that is going to be getting rid of defenses on enemies so that you can do more hecking dang damage. Hired help is going to be a kind of not quite, but for all intents and purposes, AoE move where she hires some help and they come out and they also do hecking dang damage with everybody. She brings the whole crew. Everyone's involved. Everyone's got hands ready to eat for everybody. That's why they are the hired help. And then on Hannett, we actually did a couple other things with her hunter job, which is the leg hold trap, along with the merchant, which we just have that hired. That all happened, obviously, before I could finish talking about it. But, you know.
So we are now into the strictly throwing rocks portion of the game. So now we're going to throw rocks and pay to win.
So what Kirby boss is this?
Oh, that's not a Kirby boss. But that might be, you know what? That is the child of an Elden Ring boss. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
I was
That's the
thinking the
answer.
same thing.
Yeah, I would say it's the Ancestor Spirit, but like the beta version. So talking about one of the things that was mentioned here, which is the pay-to-win move. The pay-to-win move is exactly what it sounds like. You throw money at the skill, and then they say, oh, you gave us X amount of dollars, therefore we're going to do Y amount of damage. It's still going to be a little bit variable, but the more money you throw, the more damage you're going to get. We have a nice little break here, so now we're going to actually amplify that damage even further. But we are entering the part where we're going to do some buffing, and then I think we're going to start throwing some rocks.
Okay.
We're going to start throwing some rocks. That's the name of the game.
This is pay to win. This one's pay to win.
Oh, we're doing pay to win this time.
Oh. I do have like, where are the rocks coming from?
They're called soul stones. So
There we go.
I don't know. They must be from the bottom of your foot or something.
Soul, yeah.
That was
soul.
awful.
I loved it.
That was absolutely dreadful.
Also,
And-
that was sort of the forest, by the way.
Okay.
That's the entire forest area.
Yeah, that's the fight. That's the boss of chapter 2.
You know, that chapter that you thought we weren't going to get through.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
I mean, we kept leaving. I
Yeah.
didn't know if we were ever going to get through it.
I'm kind of scared to look at chapter 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you're going to show me how to leave.
I have so many things I could say to that. So instead, I'm going to talk about this run some more. Something that we didn't quite mention with the breaking system and then the way that we're handling bosses while we're going through and selling a bunch of items here is that in some cases, the break setup will actually shuffle depending on the bosses that you're dealing with and depending on the turn order. So if you are on the first turn, what you need to break that turn may be different than what you need to break it on a second turn. We haven't ran into too many situations like that just yet, but I just want to buffer everybody ahead of time so that they know that if they see Mocha going through and doing different combinations of moves and whatnot, that's why. It's because they're on a different turn, therefore they have different break sequences. And you want to make sure that you're keeping track of your turns so that you don't get out of order, because the second that you get out of order and they start getting turns, you start getting into a dangerous territory.
Yeah, and that's going to show up mainly on the red eye boss. And we are now in chapter 3.
Oh.
Wait for it. Wait for Mocha to leave.
What? We're still...
Oh, we're still here.
Okay.
We're actually going to save.
I was scared.
Because Alec is a pain. Alec can confuse us and just completely throw us off. So we're going to safety save here. And then throw rocks at Alec.
So many rocks.
So this is going to be one that's going to be kind of like a straightforwardish fight. We're going to be throwing an item, and we're going to hope that we get endless item to proc. Because that means it's, as you would expect, it would be endless. But because that's primarily what we're doing, I think this is a good time to maybe sneak in a couple of donations.
Excellent. I still have so many to read for you all. $80 from Dodge saying, hey, if you're a fan of Wordle and won 8 times the fun, you should play Octortle.
What?
Yeah, it's cool.
Wait.
8 at once.
Cypher, we're going to be up a while tonight.
This would be a great call. If you want to do some Octortle, you can read a lot more of those $5.
Yes. Yes.
Wordle trains. Okay, also quick reminder that we are just about at that 10K mark, almost 15% of the way there toward the upgrade to Madhouse difficulty for Resident Evil 7. We are also climbing our way to 455,000. If we get toward that $500,000 mark, we're also going to get to see our milestone of the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep final mix, the alternate character boss that is extra. It's like a super boss depending on the winning character. So right now it would be Terra's secret boss. So that would be very cool. So basically your donations are like a 2-for-1 and they enter you to win prizes and they go toward MSF. It's just win-win-win. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially right now, because if you donate for some of the prizes, there's even Octopath vinyl. So if you're a really big fan of this game, absolutely donate, because Octopath music, Square Enix music, tends to clear. I'm just putting it out there for everybody. It tends to clear.
Yeah, it's been great so far.
It really has.
Do you want another donation or two?
Yes, please.
Oh, lovely. Okay, we have $10 from MVH, who says, my starting word is great, just like our runners. Less than 3. I know, so adorable.
Oh, you left a corpse on the ground, homie.
We're good.
I just didn't know if you realized that.
Super quick. We have $25 from Chapter 2, who says, hey guys, bye.
We did it eventually.
Eventually.
We
Right.
got there. I think you can sneak in exactly one more.
Yeah, exactly one more.
Okay, awesome. $5 from Danimal for Life, who says, my Wordle starter is actually 2 words. I start with crane and then go to Louis, like Lewis. Need to know your vowels and common letters. Shout out to the Black and Fast server.
Yes.
Animal.
Danimal is one of our lovely speedrunners that actually does a lot of modded Kingdom Hearts content. A lot of modded Kingdom Hearts content, which is very ironic that he donated when he did while we have a Kingdom Hearts bit war. Wow, weird. One may even say wowee.
Is that a 5-letter wowie?
I don't know if that would count. That's a double consonant and a double. No, that's 3 vowels.
There's 3 vowels.
3 vowels.
I can try it with this one.
So in this particular fight, we're just doing the dragon, and we are going to be seeing a lot of the same kind of process throughout many of these bosses until we get to Red Eye, where we're going to be using a lot of hired help to get big damage out. We're going to be using a lot of specific things to do breaks, and then we're also going to be using those stones that, again, everybody can use to just put out big elemental damage if we know that we can capitalize on that. But the biggest thing that you want to pay attention to in all of these fights specifically is that turn counter at the very top, because we want to make sure that we have absolute control over that counter. The more control we have over that counter, the more often we can break. The more often that they break, the less likely that they can attack, and they just have to stand there like the dragon is right now and just get absolutely bullied by skills, hired help, rocks, and everything, and then they're out.
So that's Dragon Down. That's the boss of Chapter 3. And now we get to the final boss, which is RNG.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do one last mini here. I did not get a proc for hired or for endless items, so I will have to get a backup item. I am also going to teach everyone endless items. Okay.
You can go ahead and probably sneak in 2 donations.
Yeah, you can get about 3 of them in.
Ooh, 3. Okay, great. Awesome. I was like, I have so many. Alrighty, there's a lot in here. What do I pick? How about $25 from Aeon, who says, Resident Evil 7 Madhouse is some of the best RE content there is. It was so much fun to do, and the speedrun is just as good. Let's reach this incentive, chat.
Yes,
with a
let's
level
do it.
3.
Let's do it.
I totally agree. Then $256 from Morden, who says, more difficulty, an easy choice.
It's true.
Yes, it is.
We've also got $25 from Top Secret Fox. I love the name. Who says, here's
really good.
to Doctors Without Borders. Definitely enjoying the banter on the couch with the Black in a Flash members. Also, hey, Auntie.
The joy that just bought my heart. Oh my God. I think you could probably sneak
One
in.
more?
Yeah, you could do a little more.
Let's go. Okay, $50 from Waddle Mimir, who says, to chapter 2 or not to chapter 2? That is the couch's question. love this energy, and happy to see some talented and hilarious people coming together for an amazing cause.
All right, we are finally at the end of the game. We're in chapter 4, where we have Cutscene City, because, well, we have to get the story of why we're fighting Red Eye. And so we're going to go through several cutscenes here, and then we're going to go get some money and fight Red Eye. So we're going to hope that Red Eye has good RNG for us, because turn 1 determines everything in this fight. If Red Eye gives me a bad pattern, then I'm just restarting the fight. So we need everyone to like donate $5 for that Wordle to give us good RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
it's true.
You know what's not a 5-letter word?
What's that?
455.
455?
That's way more than 5 letters.
It is, but it's also super, super close. Like we're about to hit
that feels really
it.
relevant.
Yeah, it's a little relevant, maybe.
It's relevant.
That's like $18 relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh. I love that for us, actually. So I'll take a moment to talk a little bit about the Red Eye fight as we're walking down to it, and then very transparently, once I'm done talking about it and the fight is going, that's going to be probably Donation Haven, because the Red Eye fight is, in fact, what we would like to call RNG heck.
We hit it, PT. We hit it.
I see that.
455,000 so far. Incredible. Thank you all so much for your support so far. Sorry, PT, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. It just threw me off for a second. I was like, ooh. But nonetheless, with the Red Eye fight, it is RNG heck. And the reason that's RNG heck, like Mocha said, the first turn will determine almost everything for that entire fight. So what I had mentioned before is that when you get to the turn order, that is going to be the fight in this entire run where the break sequence is going to change for every single turn. And that is horrifying, because if you get into the wrong pattern, then that means you're no longer going to break him. And he also has a tendency to have 2 turns per rotation. So you definitely want to make sure that he is not getting first turn. You want to make sure that he doesn't have the chance to proc any type of wildness on his turns. And then additionally, you want to look out for certain moves that he's going to be doing. If he's doing regular attacks, it's perfectly fine. No one cares. That's not a problem. But there's certain moves that he can put out there that hits everybody. And then the last thing you want is for everybody to actually wipe as a direct result. Because as you can see here, we're kind of in a little bit of a loop right now where we have to do back and forth turning, and we have to go back and run around and all these other things. So we really, really, really want RNG to be on our side. So we need the chat's energy. We need donation energy, because Red Eye gets extremely problematic if things go sideways.
Yeah, and speaking on that, if I do get Red Eye first try, I will donate $20, and then I'm going to donate $5 for each retry on top of that.
Oh, okay. I can match you on that.
Yeah, who's going to match me on that? Let's see
We
this.
got some matches, yeah.
I'll match.
I was waiting. I
had to make sure.
Yeah.
I had to make sure. Another thing about this fight is that you're going to see Mocha utilize almost everything that we've had in our kit thus far heavily throughout that fight, because depending on the turn order, we're going to need to have things that break by regular hits. We're going to need things that break by elemental damage. We're going to need the actual arrow or bow and arrow weakness that's going to be exposed there as well. If you can name it, it will show up in this fight. And in particular, when you're on certain turns, it actively goes out of its way to make sure that what is in one turn sequence cannot show up in the next turn sequence. So there's no world where you're going to have something like, if you had 3 vulnerabilities, a sword, a bow and arrow, and fire, and then the next one's going to be a fist, a fire, and then a shadow. Fire already showed up in the first turn, so it can't show up in the second turn. So you have that solace working for you, but otherwise, if you know that there's all these elements in the game, that is still just a lot to deal with from a general standpoint. Because I think that there's a grand total, please someone in chat or Mocha, correct me if I'm wrong, 15 vulnerability?
Red Eye has at least 8 consistent. He's always vulnerable to light, which is he's vulnerable to axe, bow, or bow, dagger, sword, fire, lightning, axe, staff, and I need to concentrate.
Yes. Yes, please.
What to do?
So, Food, now is the time for you to just completely go buck wild. The donations can flow.
Sounds good. Also, that thing is awful.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe I didn't get that far, but oh my goodness. All righty, you all. Here's what's going on. Did you know we're so close to hitting 30,000 raised through the Twitch charity button.
Ooh.
$200 more through that charity button would be 30,000, which is incredible. It's a new thing we have this event. And again, once you use that charity button, then you can go into the extension and put your donation toward an incentive. Like the Madhouse difficulty upgrade for Resident Evil 7, which I think will be really, really, really cool to see. Okay, if we want donations, I will give you donations. $100 from Nar, who says, so many awesome runs. This is going to be on all week. Let's upgrade to Madhouse for RE7. I so agree. Let's keep getting it. We've also got $100 from RK Sales, who says, Octopath Traveler and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep in a row? My lucky day. Good luck to the runners. Y'all are awesome. Less than 3. We have a few more Wordle words. But first, actually, let's get $10 from Redrias. Redrias says, had to donate during Octopath because last GDQ, I met Muse in the GDQ chat, and Octopath is her favorite game. She introduced me to the amazing soundtrack in this game and is an amazing friend. Also have to put in for the Master of Unlocking incentive. Ooh. That's for later on during the horror block. $5 from Jango-sama says, game's done in a flash. My word of the day.
We can use that.
Oh, that was a good one.
We can use that Cypherin Flash.
That was a great one.
We have $25 from Blizane, who says, Octo hype?
Hi.
That was an all caps donation. Oh, we got another one. $5 from Cup of Chai, who says, hey, listen, my starting word in Wordle is fairy. That makes sense.
Nice. That's another great one.
$25 from Vernon, who says, donating because I love the Wordle talk. This has been really fun. This has been super fun.
I am going to step in for a second to mention that I did not talk about the shielding mechanic in this. So some of you may be saying, well, wait, didn't PT say if you hit with the weakness, it should break them after a bit? It should, except for this nerd has shields. So you have to get through all of those shields first, and then you can go forth and break him, which is a real big reason why this fight is terrifying, because you have to make sure that you have enough stuff on deck to actually get through those hits. Because you can even see that things like Arrow Rain isn't doing a whole lot, but you have to make sure that you get those hits landed immediately, if not sooner. We also had to use a Herb of Revival to make sure that Hannah could stay into the fight, because if we do not have anyone on deck to actually deal with these shields and put out damage, it's just a bad time all over the place. So we did burn that so that Hannah could stay in there, even though she sounds like she's not having a great day. She's fine. It's perfectly fine. That's all I wanted to interject with. We want to go ahead and get some more donations.
Hey, I am here for you with that. All right. But I like learning, again, I'm learning a lot more about this game too. Every time I watch a run of Octopath, I get to learn a little bit more information, and it's fantastic. So, let's see. $5 from Yudai Monistic, who says, Wordle starter.
Yep.
Pros. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't get enough soul songs in because I had the.
Yeah, it's really rough. I audibly paused and like made a face because I saw 4 of his icons come up and I was like, oh.
I paused too. Here, I'll just say that the rest of this donation reads, I suppose.
Oh.
There's a lot of common consonants, so we have a pun there, which is, you know. But that means, hey, this means 20 times how many? How many people are matching that 20?
Right now.
For MSF?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 4 people right now.
4.
So that's $80 towards MSF. So, you know, there's the positive.
There's a positive there.
That's right.
It's just, this is just such a rough fight.
Tough, yeah. Okay, then here, for a little bit of motivation, how about $500?
Let's go.
Which is awesome. Coming in from BD Jeffy P, who says Octopath and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep back to back. Let's go.
You.
Yes.
Good luck to the runners. of both games and get those Kates. Let's see these alternate bosses. That's right, that is our milestone. We are getting closer and closer with time, not only to the Madhouse difficulty for RE7, but also to the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep alternate bosses. So that's gonna be coming at the end of the next run. So you need to get your donations in so we can see that.
I'm trying to pull this one through. I doubt I'm going to get this one, but I'm trying to get it.
Having faith, believing.
You got this.
Otherwise, it's Champrul's fault.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably Shampoo's fault regardless.
I'm just doing Wordle and Octurtle. And
Poorly.
Okay, that's 30.
Okay.
I told you, this boss is evil.
No, it's rough. It's
You
really
can do
rough.
this. Okay, some more inspiration. How about this? Another $500 from an anonymous who says, this is for our friend Vashnar. We also have $25 from Darth Malls who says, may the RNG gods be with you, Mocha. Let's go!
Let's go.
We're
I
gonna
don't
try
like that
this
he
one.
keeps getting 2 turns in a row to start.
Yeah, I'm throwing this one.
Oh, okay. You did. That was just clear.
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. No, I saw that he got doubled up, and I was like, I think that's a throw.
Yeah, that's a throw.
I was like, girl, I need you to fall down. We got to reset.
Yeah.
We have to reset. You're taking too long. We have time. We have a timer.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot. I don't like that. But no, this is why I prefaced it for everybody that like the RNG and keeping track of it in this. It is such a mental tax from a general standpoint, and literally is just out the gate. So like right now, we at least have staggers in his moves, which means that we can work with that and get it started. Back-to-back moves with him is always a bad time.
That's fine. That's fine.
Desperate times. Here.
Nice sidestep.
All right, to
Yep.
give you some even more good vibes coming from over here, we do have an anonymous $888 donation. Man, people are loving this, and they are here to support. Yes. We also have $100 from Pat, who says, that Red Eyes Black Dragon looks a little off.
He's got this teeth thing going that I'm just not. I don't know about that, boss.
Not a fan.
I don't know about that.
This is looking better.
This is looking better. I'm gonna need Hannah to take advantage of the sidestep that was given to her. Because she's trying to face tank, and I don't know if she knows this, but hunters aren't face tanks. That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
You keep saying Hannah. I thought we agreed on Honey, though.
I didn't agree to anything.
Oh, well.
At no point did I co-sign that.
I think it's Honey.
I don't know that you're right.
That's...
I mean, that's what I was told.
Yeah.
Who told you that? Exactly. Exactly. Just making up stuff. Again, just yapping.
A reputable source. We can't give away the sources, though. It's secret.
It's a secret source.
Hey, Champrul, I think
That's
this
what you're
is
going
for
with.
you, by the way. It's $50 from Sturgitron, who says, why stop at 8? Go for the square of that 64 Wordles with shared input. It's the nightmare you've been waiting for.
I hate it.
I'm a little scared of that. I'll look, but I'm scared.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking.
I don't think I'm brave enough for that either.
No.
I would need more starter words for that. So many.
Do we have any more?
Yeah.
Or
We do.
you can tell me if. Oh, well, then yeah, I
We
would
do,
love to.
actually.
Okay.
$5 from Linkiji, who says, my Wordle starting word is the previous day's word. It's not a great strategy, but it keeps things fresh.
I like what you did there. There's a lot
Yeah.
of starters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you catch all those?
I only heard 2, I think.
Weird. Very strange.
Did you hear
one-
more?
how about
There's
one more?
five little words.
I'm not playing this game.
Here's one
This
more
is
for
why
you.
you don't say you're gonna do Wordle on stage. And you thought I wasn't gonna drag you.
You get put on blast.
I completed the Wordle.
For the chat and everybody else that's watching this fight as we're going through what feels a little bit better, I want to make it clear. Champrul cleared this by me and said, I'm gonna do Wordle. And I explicitly said, word for word, if you do that, I will drag you.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is true. Yeah.
So none of this is unexpected.
No. Even if that conversation hadn't happened, it still would. I would have known this was gonna happen.
Get him out of here! Yes! See, that was the problem. I just had to tell everybody my secret, which was that I was gonna drag you for filth regardless.
All right, time is coming up now.
Nice work. God,
Red eye.
what a jerk boss. What a jerk boss.
Yes.
we ended
Oh
on
my
Wordle.
goodness. All right. That's Octopath Traveler. Haunted, Hain It, Honey, whatever you want to call her. Single story. I'm gonna let my counts do their outro, starting with Wordle. Now that
Wordle aficionado.
No.
Yeah.
And give us your starter word.
Yeah, what's your starter word?
Yeah.
That's not a word. That's a noise that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm Cypherin.
That's 6 letters, I think.
I'm Cypherin. You can find me on twitch.tv/Cypherin. Cypherin on Blue Sky. The Cyphering on Twitter. And yeah, amongst my family here, Black in the Flash, just doing what we do best.
Yes. Champ.
I think I'm champrul on everything that I have. I don't know. There's so many things. I just play games weirdly and get yelled at by PT.
All right, bike.
Yeah, but I do exercise bike speed runs. But that's me. PT. Who
And I am pleasantly twisted. Most everybody calls me PT at this point. I am your fearless leader and problem in charge of Black in a Flash. Love my Black community. Love what we've grown to. Love seeing so many of you getting your first runs on the SGDQ stage, raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Very exciting times. I am pleasantly twisted everywhere. Do not put vowels in twisted. You will find some random person that is not me. So that is not the correct thing. Pleasantly twisted with no vowels in twisted. I do a lot of not speed run, that's a lie. I do a lot of challenge run content around the Soulsborne series. I've been known to do challenge runs on Katana Zero as well. I actually do have that on the board. And I have a run for the Messenger No Out of Bounds 8-bit as well. But I predominantly focus on challenge runs and also just making sure that the corral of all the Black runners is in check, ideally, possibly, maybe. Considering I'm the problem running it, that's questionable on its best day.
Yes.
So, thank you so much, Mocha, for having me on your couch. JRPGs is also like one of my all-time favorite genres, and I'm so happy you got me on here to help you with Octopath Traveler.
Yes, and I have been Mochajones10. You can find me on just about everything, Mochajones10. I don't stream as much because teacher life. So when you do catch me streaming, please come in and say hi. Thanks for my family for being here and all the supporting me, and also the Black in the Flash community for having my back throughout this whole thing, and having Wordle with me and having those mornings and Wordle. Cypherin, Wordle. But yeah, I'm glad to be up here, glad to have been up here. This was my first run, as PT has said, and I'm glad I got to show off Octopath Traveler, one of my favorite games to come out recently, and I hope to be up here again. So.
Mocha! Woo!